Welkom naar de eerste aflevering. Oh, sorry, Dutch again. We're doing this in English, right?
Yes, we are doing
Okay.
it in English.
Welcome to the very first episode of Why Ironclad. Thank you. Dankjewel. So I'm Dr. Bed, the first Ironclad, and the founder of Ironclad Immunity.
And I'm Cayenne, and I'm also an Ironclad warrior and the mindset coach of Ironclad Immunity.
Yeah.
And so within this treasure chest, we have about 60 quotes about why Ironclad. And so today we are each going to take one out, and we have no idea which one we're going to be taking out, so it's a surprise for us too.
Ironclad's full of surprises.
It is, and all of these are super awesome. It's really suitable for it to be in this treasure
I'm
chest.
excited about this. Who's going first, you or me? Me?
Yes,
All right. Hold on.
you can.
Ironclad warriors save lots of money through the course of their lives. They avoid so many fees for doctor bills, medications, and time off to recover and get well from being sick. Yes. One of the things that we talk about this yesterday with a fantastic person on a call, was how much Ironclad saves. The amount of money that Ironclad saves people in their future health, it's almost like there's two versions of you. There's the version of you, the Ironclad version of you, and then there's the non-Ironclad version of you. The Ironclad version of you avoids a tremendous amount of financial strain and pain. But this is more specifically just about the money. I mean, the amount of money that it costs to get treated for cancer, for heart disease, for long COVID, what it costs in your life and lost productivity, what it costs you is, I mean, there is no comparison to what Ironclad's a drop. It's like basically free. You come out so much ahead on what you get and the value of that. There's no comparison at all. And even one step deeper, why is it that it's so difficult to get sometimes traction in the market? Most of the Ironcladders that we know, that Ironclad warriors, like they come via other Ironclad warriors. And the reason for that, it's really difficult in this marketplace to get attention, because what we do is directly in competition to big pharma. It's directly in competition to a lot of the kind of standard ways of doing things. It's not rocket science. I mean, it's really, really wonderful, but there's a lot of money in sick people and people not getting well, sadly. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but it's really true. Ironclad is a bargain for what it gives people. Just doctor's bills, doctor's fees, medications, time off to get recovery, to get well, surgeries, healing, the cost for your family, insurances. I could go on and on and on. Ironclad doesn't use supplements or any of that sort of stuff. Not that there's anything bad with vitamins; they're great, but and doctors have a place in healthcare too. I'm a doctor myself; I get that, but it saves a tremendous amount of money. I know, and we know that eventually Ironclad will be the way to get healthy.
Yeah.
So that's one of these quotes.
Yeah. Yeah, I think also like the amount of money people spend on the quick fixes, just out of those moments of desperation of wanting to attempt to change and actually never go through with any of those things. If you add up that amount of money throughout the years, I think that's a load. Okay, so now it's my turn.
Fantastic. You're up. I like this. This is kind of fun. It's exciting too.
The true value of being an Ironclad warrior, living the Ironclad way, is simply beyond measure. All participants up until now have told us that they've received so much more than they could ever have imagined. Yeah, well, not only does it speak for itself, because that's just, as it is, but I've really enjoyed witnessing that process like how when people begin to have like this very strong feeling, I need to do this, I'm going for it, but they have no idea, and that's the whole point. They have no idea like what the exact program looks like. When there's no way to prepare, you know, week by week, for what the Ironclad training offers, and it's exactly the way it's supposed to be put together to get the full benefit out of it. And along the way, I mean, I remember for me when I did it in the most recent group, after week 1, I was already like, this is already so much more valuable than I could have imagined beforehand, because you know the first month is really about the awareness. And even though I am someone that believe that I already know so much, you know?
You came in fairly healthy.
Yeah.
In some ways, right? And you had a good sense of awareness and a good, exactly.
Yeah, I definitely saw myself as someone who is aware. The thing is, you can have a level of awareness, but still not really embody it or implement that awareness to actually do something with it. You know, and that is definitely something that I personally gained from doing Ironclad. So not even at the end of those 3 months did I have that feeling of that it was more than I could ever have imagined it would be, but it was like all the way in the beginning. And by the end, with this end ritual, which I'm not going to share anything about, obviously, because that's a surprise.
That's secret for the Ironclad gauntlet.
That just like it keeps going next level along the way. There is no way at the beginning of this process to know or be prepared for what's coming. So yeah, I like this one.
Well said.
Yeah.
That's fun. Yeah, it is that's probably one of the coolest things, being an Ironclad founder, and we are somewhat private about who's in it, because it is a program about their health, and we keep people's privacy, and it's very important to us. But it has been wonderful to see the transformations that people have got in the coolest ways. I won't go too much into that because
there's more stuff in here.
Yeah, well, yeah, and we're going to let other in the coming weeks. We're going to be doing more biographies about the other Ironclad warriors. So you'll get to hear your stories themselves, including our own. But yeah, that's one of the coolest things about that. So thank you for tuning in for this level, or for this first episode of Ironclad. Why Ironclad?
Lots of reasons, exciting reasons why. And see you guys next time during episode 2
of Why Ironclad.